Hello and welcome to yet another WWE 2K23 tutorial. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to get Bray Wyatt, or specifically The Fiend, in WWE 2K23. We're going to install the Fiend character by Joe Mashups. We're going to install this nameplate by the Witster, and we're going to install this Fiend graphic and theme song pack by Cheesy Plays. If you notice, this is actually a 2K22 mod, but it will work with 2K23. We're also going to be using a brand new tool by DC37 called GFX Injector. This is an amazing tool. It's going to rename the files for us and make it a lot easier and a lot simpler to inject graphics in 2K23. So I want you guys to go ahead and download each one of these mods and extract them somewhere. You can put them on your desktop, you can put them in a folder somewhere, it doesn't matter. Just extract them and I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so I've got all my files extracted right here. So we're going to go ahead and open up GFX Injector. Don't worry, it's a new tool, but it's super easy to use. Let's go ahead and open up its exe. Alright, we're just going to set it to the side for now. Now, let's find our WWE2K23 directory. If you've been following my other tutorials, you probably know how to do this by now. Open up Steam, go to Library, WWE2K23, right-click, Manage, Browse Local Files, and it should pull up a folder right here of your WWE2K23 directory. All right, now we can open up our mods folder. Let's start with the Fiend by Joe Mashups. So we're going to open that folder up. As you can see, it's going to replace Commander Aziz. So we're going to drag this Commander Aziz, this 984 Commander Aziz folder into our characters folder. Copy it here. There we go. Now, your mods folder might be different. It may be empty if you have no mods installed, but I have mods installed, so mine looks like this. If yours is empty, go ahead and create that characters folder right now and then drag the Commander Aziz folder into your characters folder. Now we close that out. Let's go ahead and open up this Fiend nameplate mod. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and just drag and drop these files right here into the root of our mods directory. Just copy them over, just like this. There we go. Now we've got the Fiend nameplate installed. We've got the Fiend character installed. Now we need to do the graphics. And as I said before, we're going to do these graphics just a little bit different. Because if you remember, the character is going to replace Commander Aziz. Yet these graphics, I believe, are going to replace the NWO graphics. Or no, they're going to replace Sasha Banks graphics. We don't want that. We want to replace Commander Aziz graphics, but we don't want to have to go through here and manually rename all of these with the Commander Aziz Superstar ID and name. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this brand new tool called GFX Injector. So we're going to start by selecting our baked folder. Open up your mods folder. Select folder. We're going to select our SS files. That's going to be all of the files within this folder right here. Open this. Go wherever you extracted this file to. You're just going to go, I did it on my desktop, so you're just going to go to yours. So mine is right here. Select that folder. Once you're in the SS folder, you're just going to highlight all of these. Open. Now you're going to select your ENT file. That's your Titantron file. So open this. You're going to do the same thing. Go back to Movies. Open the Titantron folder. Now, I don't know why there are 3 files here, but you only need to select one. So we're just going to select this top one here. Open it up. And now select a character graphics slot. So here's all of the characters in WWE2K23 that we can replace their graphics. We want to replace Commander Aziz. So we're going to find his name. Oh, right here. Just select him and inject. Graphics successfully injected. So now if we go back to our mods folder, and we can go to Movies, Titantron, and we can see, let's see, what was Commander Aziz Superstar ID? As you can see, it's created the 984 Titantron file. We can open it up, and it is indeed the Fiend graphics pack. And it should have done the same thing in the SS folder. So let's see, right here, it's created the Commander Aziz graphics folder as well. Open it up, and we can check that. Perfect. All right. Now, all that's left to do now, close this, close this. I'm going to open up Sound Editor. Now, you can replace any song you like, but I like to replace generic themes, and those are usually stored in Music Pack 8. Open that up. Go ahead and sort by name. And how about we replace Underground 2. So you're going to highlight Underground 2, right click, import, find that Fiend theme song right here, open it up, file data injected. So now we can test that out. Highlight Underground 2, right click, play. All right, as you can hear, it has been injected successfully. Now we can move on to Cake Tools. File, bake a folder, select our mods folder, select folder. We're just going to bake file index number 61, press OK. Now mine's going to take a little bit longer than yours might. It depends how many mods you have installed. I have 245 individual files that this thing has to try to bake, so it's going to take just a minute. If you only have this mod, it'll probably be pretty instant, but until mine's done, we'll just have to wait. But I'll see you guys after mine's done. Alright, directory baked successfully, and as always, make sure you press OK here. If you do not press OK, your mods will not load in the game. Press OK, and now we can launch and test out these mods. As you can see, his graphics have been replaced. What about the character model though? Has it been replaced? Let's see. And as you can see, we have successfully got the Fiend in WWE 2K23, but he needs his music and his entrance. So let's go to entrance music. And if you remember, we replaced Underground 2, I believe it was. So let's go find that. That's it. And now we just need to give him his entrance motion, called Fiendish. And now we can check out the Fiend in WWE 2K23. And after this entrance, we're going to take it a step further by editing that SDB file and changing Commander Aziz's name to say the Fiend Bray Wyatt. As you can see, we've got that awesome Fiend nameplate. And as always, Joe Mashup absolutely nails it with his character mods. Be sure to go to Twitter or into his YouTube channel, which you can find links to in the description, and subscribe and follow him. The man's always posting quality mods that you guys are going to love. Now, let's move on back to the desktop, and we'll show you guys how to edit the SDB file once again to make him show up as the Fiend in WWE 2K23's main menu. Now that we're back on the desktop, we're going to go back to Cake Tools, go to Tools, SDB Editor. Now sometimes when I click SDB Editor from here, it does not open. So what you need to do is go to your Cake Tools install directory, wherever that may be. And in the install directory, you will find the SDB Editor right here. So just go ahead and open that up, whichever way you have to. There we are. Now we're going to open SDB. And if you remember, in our mods folder from our past videos, we have an SDB file that we've been editing. So you can go back to your mods folder, go to your SDB folder, open up eng.sdb. Now we're going to find Commander Aziz. We're going to find every single instance of Commander Aziz's name in this file, and we're going to change that to say the Fiend Bray Wyatt. So you're going to search and type in Commander Aziz. Now I've already done this. So what you will need to do in SDB Editor is you'll type in Commander Aziz in the search file, search it, and then it will pull up, I believe, 4 instances that will say Commander Aziz. Since I've already done it, it's not going to pull anything up. So let me show you. If I search the Fiend Bray Wyatt, it's going to pull up every mention of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now some of these are left over from WWE2K20, so ignore them, but if you see anything that says Commander Aziz, just go ahead and type in the Fiend Bray Wyatt. So you just highlight it and type in the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Just like that. And you'll just do that for every single instance that says Commander Aziz on your file. Now, you're going to go Save SDB As. Overwrite your English SDB, ENG SDB. File saves successfully. And then you're just going to go to File and bake the folder once again. And once again, directory baked successfully. And as I've said 1,000 times, make sure you press OK right here. We can launch it and take a look at it. Now, before we get started with showcasing him in the main menu, what you can actually do is go to Online. We're going to go to Community Creations, Downloads, and we're going to find a Fiend moveset. All right, I like to just go ahead and get the most downloaded one because that's usually the best one. Here we are. We've got the Fiend by DW Creations moveset. Open this up, download it, and we're going to place it over our custom superstar, we're going to place it over our superstar, who should be in the C's, but you remember we did the mod, so Commander Aziz is no longer going to show up in the C's. We're going to go find the Fiend. All right, here he is right here, listed as the Fiend. So we're just going to overwrite his moveset with the Fiend's moveset. And now we're ready to check this out in game. Now his render still needs to be updated. We're not going to do that in this video. My next tutorial, or at least one of my next tutorials, I'm going to show you guys how to make your own renders with Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to properly export them and install them into 2K23 yourself. And we've already seen his entrance, but we're going to watch it for just a few seconds, and then we'll move on to the match, and I'll show you guys where it says the Fiend Bray Wyatt at the bottom nameplate, as it should if we've done everything correctly. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, it says the Fiend, and we've got his moveset. We've got his character, we've got the graphics, we've got the music, we've got the nameplate, and all we're missing is that render. So be sure to subscribe, stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to make a full tutorial using Photoshop and Intel TextureWorks to show you guys how to make your own renders for these mods and get everything installed properly and saved properly. Let's go ahead and finish this match up and hit Roman Reigns with a Sister Abigail. Uranagi from the Fiend, and now it's time to set up for the Sister Abigail and send the Tribal Chief packing finally with the 1, 2, 3, and that is how you install the Fiend Bray Wyatt into 2K23. And as you can hear, I actually forgot to change his music and his victory motion, but whatever, you guys know how to do that. That's just simple editing there. But here we are, the Fiend Bray Wyatt in W2K23 if you do not feel like waiting for that DLC to drop. Thank you guys for watching. I surely hope this tutorial helped. If it did not, reach out to me on Twitter at BradMartinYT, or you can drop a comment below and I will try to help you there. But don't hesitate to message me on Twitter. If I don't respond, I will respond as soon as I can. My notifications are off, blah, blah, blah. Until the next video drops, thanks for watching. Bye.